In this upper body session, we're going to start with our hands behind our head, on your knees. You can round your head once or twice if you want to kind of find where center is. But then we're going to really open up our upper back by just leaning over to one side with our hands clasped behind our head. Then tip over the other way. Feel your elbow pull you towards the ground. Take it back to the first side. You're using your exhale to keep your ribs down so it's a true side stretch. If you want to drop the arm, you can. It just helps make the weight a little bit deeper. And again, a big side stretch. You can carry the arm over if you like. Onto the other side, reach over your head. One more time, up and over. The bottom hand might start to reach further to the floor, or you can hold onto the top arm and pull. And the other way, reach over, maybe hold onto the arm, pull that little bit deeper. Okay, bringing it back. Carry the arm up and over, but you can reach the bottom arm a little further back. So you're adding a little bit of a lean, almost like the tiniest bit of a back bend. And then back to center, get your hands to your hips. You're gonna try to lift your chest by drawing your shoulder blades together. And then use your exhale to draw the ribs in and down. Just one more time, hands on your hips. Push your hips forward by engaging your glutes and lift your chest. And then sit back. We're gonna move our knees backwards a bit more and sit on our heels. Walk your hands forward. It's kind of like a collapsed child's pose. Then one hand on your shoulder, twist to open and close. And the hand that's still on the floor is very straight. So you're feeling your shoulder blades slide away from the center and then slide towards the middle of your spine. You can also do it with the hand behind your head. It just gives you a little bit more freedom of motion, although the rep isn't as strict. You're gonna twist from your upper back, and we're trying to keep our hips really still on our heels rather than our lower back twisting around. So it's a true thoracic rotation. You can also take your arm up and then thread it all the way through. Try to use your inhale to take the arm up. And as you exhale, feed your chest down. Again, hips are quite still, so our focus is on our upper back, our thoracic spine rotating all the way through. Last one, twist up, really push the floor with your bottom arm. As you twist, we're gonna hang out here for a couple breaths. If you want, you can stretch the opposite arm up and overhead, or you can hold onto the bottom arm and pull it a little deeper. Feel more stretch in your scapula and the side of your shoulder. And taking it back, let's try side two. So from that same position, arm to shoulder to twist, send your elbow down. If your hand is on your shoulder, the elbow definitely won't touch the ground, especially if you're keeping the grounded arms straight. Take the hand behind your head to free up the rep a little bit more. You'll find a little bit more stretch through your chest. Using your exhale to twist through. One more time, push through the floor, twist open. Exhale to close. And then adding in the arm, reaching all the way up and thread through. And again, inhale to look back, push. Big exhale as you spiral your shoulder to the floor. One more time, twist open. Exhale to reach through. Let's hang out here for a breath. You can reach the arm up and over for a little bit more stretch, or hold onto the bottom hand and gently pull it forward to give yourself a little bit more room to twist. Take a breath. Then reset, your hands come back up. Continue to sit on your heels. We're gonna start moving our scapula together and apart. So you're basically squeezing your shoulder blades down your back and then separating them off. And it will look like your chest is popping up and down a little bit, but it's more about feeling that direction of your shoulder blades going together and apart. The fancy word for this is retraction and protraction. And then coming up a little bit higher, come off your heels, but you're curling your toes under. Start to round your upper back, tuck your chin in. Then from your hips, start to ripple through until your chest lifts forward. Like a cat and a cow, but you're really segmenting through every single bone you can control. And again, so rippling from your hips to look up. Exhale from your waist through to your rib cage. through to your chest, and then finally your chin. And again, from your hips to your chest, to your rib cage, to your chin. Take your arms forward, taking more of a lat stretch because your hips are a bit higher, like an extended child's pose. Close your ribs off for a moment. Feel that big pull through the sides of your arms. And then whenever you exhale, you can really let your chest sink a bit further. Gather the ribs back in for a moment, and then maybe go a tiny bit further. You can start to slide your chest towards the floor. Let's come back up onto our hands, and then step your right foot forward. You're going to take it through a side reach. So use your fingers over your ribs to keep the body closed, and carry the other arm all the way up and over in a big circle. We're trying to keep a little bit of strength or tension in that arm, what you call irradiation, so that as you move the arm in a circle, it's the biggest possible circle you can do without the rest of the body following suit. So focusing the stretch just on this big rotation through the shoulder itself. And carrying the arm all the way up. You're going to hold it, or maybe put the hand behind your head and catch hold of the elbow for more of a tricep and a lat stretch. I'm still focusing on keeping my rib cage down and in towards my spine, so it's a true side stretch rather than a back bend. Take one more exhale to pull a little further. And then coming into a twist, take your left arm across your leg, the free arm goes behind your back. You're going to use your exhale to twist. You almost want to feel like your head is a screwdriver going straight up into the ceiling. So rather than leaning back or forward, it's just a twist straight up and down. Put your hands on the floor so you can switch your legs over. This time your left foot comes forward. Squeeze your glutes under, ribs down. Arm goes up and over. Take your right arm back in a big circle. And then return the journey all the way up and over. Notice how my palm turns its direction as well, because I'm moving from the head of my shoulder, taking it all the way down. One more time, carry it up. Feel that big rotation with as little movement through the rest of the body as you can. And the same thing all the way back down. We're gonna hold this next one. Take your arm up and over, close to your ear. Feel your shoulder blade lift up to support your shoulder head. Catch hold of the elbow to take it into a little bit more stretch if you can. Again, using your exhale to ease into that space. You might engage your glutes as well, because it will help you keep your balance. And then taking a twist. Right hand across the leg, the other hand behind your lower back. Use your exhale to spiral around. Inhale to reset. Exhale to twist. And coming to sit on the floor. Hands behind you, fingers face away. Draw your shoulder blades together so your chest lifts up. Use your exhale to close off the front. Inhale, send your chest up. Feel the stretch across your chest and your collarbones. Exhale, think of hollowing out the core. And again, you can lift your chest so much your hips start to come up with you. Drawing your rib cage in and down. Sit back to the floor. Lift your chest. Take an inhale here. Exhale to close your ribs off. Maybe your hips drive up. Really engage your glutes and your shoulder blades both. Sinking back down around your upper back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Hollow out. At the top, you should feel your glutes engage and your shoulder blades. If you want, take one hand up and over so you find an even bigger stretch, almost like a back bend. Up and over to the other side from your reverse plank. Ground the weight through the feet as well so your shoulders have support. Okay, let's sit all the way back down. Cross over your ankles. Take a little twist, just hold on to a knee and look over your shoulder. Then try the other side. And then back to center. Close your eyes for a moment, roll your shoulders back. Take a slow breath in and let it go. And that's it for your upper body focus.